Welcome to this special broadcast of News Now with a focus on the UK referendum. Today is the long-awaited decision day. Britons are voting on whether or not to remain part of the European Union. The latest polls show the Remain and Leave campaigns neck and neck, and official results will only be released tomorrow morning. Leaders from around the world chimed in the final hours of campaigning to try and sway voters in their favor before millions headed out to the polls. And joining us now live from London is I-24 News correspondent Jonathan Sacerdoti. Jonathan, today's the day, and what are people saying?
Good evening. Yes, today people have been voting all day and there are a few hours left before the polls close. Only tomorrow morning will we hear what people have decided, whether or not Britain is to remain or leave the EU, remain in or leave the EU. I'm joined now by political and international affairs commentator Tom Gross to hear his thoughts on what this means. Tom, if the rumours are right today that there's a slight nudging towards remain, is this the end of the matter? Is it business as usual?
No, I don't think so. It does look like the Remain camp might win, and what we don't want to see is complacency on behalf of European leaders, thinking that, people are happy with the European Union. A great number of those people voting Remain, it seems to me, are also unhappy with the European Union, and indeed if they held referendums in other European countries, I think one might also find that's the case. And I think that once the dust settles, if Remain wins, we need to look at some of the arguments that the Brexit people made, and some of them are perfectly valid, and I think it would be wise for European leaders to take stock and consider how they could reform or do a better job and not feel complacent that they've won.
But do you think that if it is a Remain vote then, that the European Union will in fact listen to that and take heed and modify itself, or will they in fact feel that they managed to see off this threat of the Brexit?
I fear that the latter might be the case, and they may feel they've seen off the threat and just continue on as though nothing has happened. But if that's the case, I think there'll be future crises, either in Britain or there may be other countries that decide to hold referendums. I mean, if the populace of other countries see that the British have had a say, they may also ask for a say. And just like, by the way, in the United States, I think one can dismiss Donald Trump, but when he's not elected, that doesn't mean they should pretend nothing happened. There's a lot of discontent out there, and they need to examine why there's that discontent with the European Union, with the unaccountability of some of the leadership to make it more efficient and so on. So no, I hope that lessons are taken from this, even if the Remain people win.
Tom, thanks very much for your insight. And of course, as you heard, this is a decision for the people. Everyone has been out today voting. People from the top of the political echelons down to the people, ordinary citizens, are out making their voice heard in this once-in-a-lifetime referendum where people have been out voting all day.